Vegan mom, 38, starved her toddler to death over an 18-month period by feeding him only raw vegetables and fruit. Ah yeah, so please do direct us to which doctor you exactly said, "I don't need your information, I know my baby boy." It's people like this that are the reason that when people hear the words, "I'm vegan," some of them just kind of step back and like, "Ah boy, here we go again." Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/iamatotalPOS, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up some wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Maybe check out another video or two, that'd be darn dandy of yous. This grown man throwing his candy wrappers for me to sweep up during work. For anybody who's going shopping and does not work retail or has not worked any retail, if you do see anybody that is working retail, please do have a lot of respect for them, because unfortunately stuff like this is very common. You would think, oh, how could that ever happen? Oh, so common. Just wait. People throw stuff like they don't have to clean it up because it's not their property, not their problem. You go to a PetSmart or a Petco or Pet Value, wherever you go that lets pets come in, you can pretty much guarantee that somebody is going to let their dog do their business on the floor and then walk away like nothing ever happened because they have people for that. Yeah, and you were supposed to have hands in a little baggie, but you didn't want to take responsibility, did you, dingus? Also, correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't this littering? Like, you can actually get police involved for this kind of stuff, so I'd very much try getting this guy to clean up after himself, and if he doesn't want to, or he feels like he doesn't need to, well, we got your face and everything. The cops will be at your door soon enough, charging you with a lovely felony fee. Seriously, every time I see this, I want to do the exact same thing on their property, and yes, it very much is exactly as they would do. You want to park out front with your "I can park anywhere" lights going on? Cool, I'll just show up at your house randomly and put your hazards on and then run across the street. Yeah, no, that totally works and checks out. If the person let their dog do the dookie on the floor though, I feel like that is not really morally acceptable to do anywhere outside of Florida. Bottom line, if you don't want it happening on your property, don't do it on somebody else's. Speaking of which, you're inside of a private business, they have the right to kick you out if need be. Just because a business is open does not mean that it is a public place. Positive pregnancy tests and/or urine. A positive pregnancy test, $25, E-Town, Kentucky. Yes, you saw it right. I am selling positive pregnancy tests. Ever since I became pregnant, I have been asked numerous times for a positive test, so I decided to start charging for it. I will take the test the same day you to pick it up. I don't care what you use it for. Not my business. There's only like one use that I can think of that would be the reason anybody just wants a random positive pregnancy test, because I'm fairly certain there isn't any other use for a random positive pregnancy test. And this needs to be said because unfortunately it needs to be said. If your significant other randomly shows up with a positive pregnancy test, you go get her tested again, do not sleep with her, and you make sure that whatever the next test is that comes up, a doctor is there to verify it alongside you. Because if your significant other is showing up with a random positive pregnancy test saying that it's your kid is not one of the most sketchiest things that have come to be, I honestly don't know what is. Stolen from their overnight pen, Gloria the Greylag Goose and Ron the Runner Duck, stolen between the 28th of June at 9 p.m. and the 29th of June at 10 p.m. Stolen from this location, Lincoln. Both have been with me since they were babies. I noticed the back gate had been tied differently, and now I know why. Why do people steal animals? What neuron clicks in the mind that makes somebody think, oh yes, I'm gonna take this animal, I like it, they're not around, okay, just grab it and run. People who steal animals make it very hard for other people to do things in their normal lives. Like, I've had to change up how I process invoices at my store. Just keep your legs closed and don't have that period if you're not ready for a child and are responsible of taking care of one. Y'all women mad now that y'all can't off an innocent human beam, needed to burn it H. I said what I said. You know, I'm finding a pattern that is very easy for people to say, oh, all you gotta do is just not do this one simple thing, and it's always the people that look like and act like nobody wants anything to do with them within that context. And really also, I'm just reading this right after finding about that 10-year-old in Ohio that can't go to get their procedure done because it became illegal. That is completely messed up. Because in the context for that girl, it wasn't any bit her choice in the matter. I think that's all I'm able to talk about in regards to that case in Ohio with the 10-year-old girl, but all you gotta do is type in those 3 words, 10-year-old girl, Ohio, and then I guess, the R word, and you should be able to find exactly the article I'm talking about. Walgreens employee 28 offs his coworker 17 after she turns down his advances and complained to supervisors he was making her feel uncomfortable. I'm reading this, and honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is, where were the other coworkers able to help keep her from this dude? A man whose legs were severed in an accident called out his insurance for denying him a wheelchair. Twice. Insurance companies, what the heck is this? You're really making an effort to not, do your job? Like, seriously, I want to see how the conversation went. Hey, can I get the money and to get a wheelchair? We got arms, don't you? That's not the point, though. Like, I am legitimately wondering if the insurance company is the right level of stupid where the phrase walk it off went through anybody's head and none of them saw a problem with that. Like, I'm wondering what part of I do not have any legs the insurance company did not register. I just kind of feel like that'd be one of those things that's very, very blunt and, straightforward on it all. Watch as a cop snaps and hurts his own canine unit after he failed to find substances during a stop. Ernie prepares to commit an H crime. So let me see if I got this straight here, because the dude didn't have anything on him. You thought it was perfectly fine to, punch your dog? I know in a lot of places the animals are given the same respect and ranking as the officers they work with. Like when a canine unit passes, they give an actual proper funeral session. And so is this cop gonna get dishonorably discharged? I'm waiting to see how this folds out, because I gotta say, nothing justifies punching dogs. I am allergic to dogs, so I let my roommate's dog go, and he doesn't know it was me. I took them for a walk at a different park and set them loose. He came home and found them missing, and I told him he probably left the door open by accident. He has been crying all day, but it was necessary. I did us a favor. Yeah, way to go. Grade A example of a decent human being right there. Oh, hey, I'm allergic to your dog. I'm just gonna secretly release it into the wild when you're not looking. TikTok moderators are ordered to suppress posts from ugly, poor, obese, and disabled people in order to attract new users. New documents reveal. I have a weird feeling that this is fake, but if it was real, I honestly would not be surprised. Same thing with YouTube. On both TikTok and YouTube, there are people that like watching shows because they can live vicariously through the means of the people that they watch, and I feel like that is something that YouTube and TikTok would capitalize on if they had the opportunity to, and were perfectly fine being able to do it. Okay, so I know that the SeaWorld photo has been making its rounds on the internet for a while now, and I gotta say, it actually reminded me of my recent trip to the Baltimore Aquarium, and trust me, this is actually a good ending to a story. Originally, when we were going there, as a kid, I used to go there. They would have these dolphin shows. It was this nice big arena and everything. They had this immense tank and everything, and all the dolphins were swimming around doing tricks and everything. I actually haven't been there in about, I'd say, a solid 4 or 5 years, and they've actually gotten rid of the dolphin show. They actually now have a sign outside that says the dolphin show has been retired. We are now using this tank for a recuperation and rehabilitation tank for dolphins. I gotta say, that actually is pretty cool of them to do. They actually have this as therapy for the dolphins now. It's just a big tank they can chill in, and they can get their vitamins and everything worked out for everybody. It's still this massive arena with a whole bunch of seats, but there's no shows going on whatsoever. It's just the dolphins vibing in the tank. This is what it used to look like with the dolphin show and everything, but now they just have this as a big therapy room. It's a good move on you, Baltimore Aquarium. You're doing something good with that. 12-year-old boy passed away at school after they confiscate his inhaler and lock it in the principal's office. I want to know exactly why they thought they could just confiscate an inhaler and think that that was perfectly okay. And I kind of think that if you're in a teaching profession and you don't know all of the little details about why this kid has this medical thing, but he actually has this thing from his parents that state, yes, the kid does in fact have a medical reason to be doing this, I would say, since the parents have said so, believe them and just drop it there. Seriously, I want to know the reason. Stop wheezing. I'm trying to class. And there is no lie when I say that some teachers really do have a power trip and they got no job being teachers in that case. And there was even a case, I think recently, where a kid actually had their phone taken from them because the buzzer for the diabetic notifications kept on going off, and the teacher thought, oh, you're just playing on it, give me that. And the kid wound up going into a level of a diabetic shock. I don't don't know the official name for it, but it's when your numbers get too low. And I think just a little note for the teachers, if y'all don't know the details behind the medical reason your kid is saying they need this thing, just don't try to interrupt it then. Most likely they know a little bit more about their own medical condition that's going on than you. Teachers shouldn't have an ego big enough where the point where it affects the kid's health. And if it really is that distracting to you, well, guess what? You're gonna have a bad day. Just call the parents afterwards and ask if what they were saying was actually true. And when the parents state that it is actually true, well, guess what? It's not your thing to interrupt. But with that last horrible example of a human being, that's gonna have to be it with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. If this video can get to them 1,000 likes, that would be absolutely amazing. But with that, I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.